Hello, everyone. Caleb Masters from the Cinematropolis.com here with a quick initial review of Project Hail Mary.
The sun
is dying.
You are the only scientist who might know what this says.
I'm just a teacher at Grover Cleveland Middle.
You have a doctorate in molecular biology. I need you to come with us.
Andy Weir's last big screen adaptation was 2015's The Martian starring Matt Damon. That film provided enough scientific detail to seem very smart, very credible, very thoughtful, without actually getting into the weeds of the science. Project Hail Mary, on the other hand, is a little different. Despite being written by the same screenwriter, Drew Goddard, it's a lot more just vibing and hanging out and enjoying sort of the journey of learning and discovery in space. We're not going to spend too much time sort of explaining how things work. We're just going to throw a concept out there, say this is how it works, and move on to the next thing. And the problem with this is the second you start to think about sort of the ideas to throw at the wall, it either works for you, it doesn't. So there were a couple of times in the movie where I found myself saying, wait, how did he do that? Project Hail Mary, very funny movie. And the comedy leans heavily on Ryan Gosling's performance. This guy is doing physical comedy, he's doing voices. While I found all of this to be incredibly charming, this movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes long. And after about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe an hour of the shtick, you start to get a little tired of the jokes and really want to get more to the dramatic meat on the bones of the character. And what you quickly start to realize once the shtick wears off is that this character does not have a ton of interiority. I don't really get to a sense that I know Grace, what actually motivates him. This is especially off-putting when you consider this is really just sort of a buddy hangout movie with Ryan Gosling and a space companion. This movie looks and sounds absolutely incredible. You can really feel strong influences of films like Interstellar in 2001 in terms of how they think about space as this big infinite place where the impossible can happen. They use the IMAX aspect ratio to maximum effect. The spectacle here is absolutely mind-blowing. And if you go to see it in the IMAX, you aren't going to regret spending that extra cash. And I think audiences, particularly people with any sort of interest in scientific discovery, scientific research, or even space exploration, are going to find a lot of awe-inspiring moments that are going to spark their imagination. So if I were going to give this a letter grade today, I'd say this is a B-. It's charming and I admire it. I do recommend the film. I think if you go and see it in the theaters, you're gonna have a great time. This film opens on IMAX screens and in theaters across the country on Friday, March 20th. We will be doing an in-depth episode on the cinematic schematic later this month, including a very spoiler-filled discussion. So I hope you'll follow us here on Instagram, subscribe to the Cinematropolis on your preferred podcast app or on YouTube to catch our full review.